Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
Getting a flat tire can put a damper on your day and your wallet. Tires can go flat due to a number of problems, including a glass or metal chips hitting a hard pothole impact with a curb valve leaks. Nails or screws on the road. The most common cause of a leaking tire is a punctured nail or screw. When a nail punctures a tire, it can either remain embedded in the tread or move in and out. Tire pressure escapes from the puncture hole, and the tire eventually goes flat. In either case, a puncture can be repaired if it occurs in the tread section of the tire. Tip: if you have a slow leak in your tire, have it repaired soon afterwards. If you increase tire pressure without repairing the puncture, rust and corrosion can form in the steel belt layer, causing further damage such as belt separation and steering oscillation. Note: proper tire repair includes removing the rubber tire from the rim. Although kits are available on the market for plugging in a tire from the outside, they are not an approved repair method and do not meet Department of Transportation standards. Proper tire repair can be accomplished in one of two ways: a single repair with a combination plug and patch in one, a two-piece repair with a filler cap and cover patch. Note: a two-piece repair is rarely used unless the puncture is inclined more than 25 degrees to the tread. This is a repair performed in professional environments. Here's how to perform a tire repair with a combination patch. Part 1 of 4, Finding the puncture. Use the following steps to check your tire for leaks and determine the location of the puncture. Materials required: soapy water spray tire pencil. Step 1, spray the tire with soapy water from a spray bottle. Concentrate on areas likely to leak, such as the bead, valve stem, and tread section. Coat the tire a little at a time with soapy water. You'll know where the leak is when you see small or large bubbles forming in the soapy water. Step 2, locate the leak. Mark the location of the leak with a tire pencil. Also mark the location of the valve stem on the sidewall so that you can orient the tire correctly when you reinstall it. Part 2 of 4, Removing the tire from the rim. You'll need to remove the tire from the rim in order to repair the puncture. Materials required: pearl cutting bar, eye protection, heavy hammer, pry bar, basic valve stem tool, work gloves. Step 1, deflate the tire completely. If your tire still has air, remove the valve stem cap, then remove the valve stem core with the tool. Note: air will begin to whistle rapidly when the valve stem core is loosened. Be sure to check the valve core and hold it so that you can reuse it after repairing the tire. The tire will take less than a minute to deflate completely with the valve core. If your tire is already completely empty, proceed to the next step. Step 2, break the bead. The smooth lip of the tire seals tightly to the rim and must be separated from the rim. Lay tire and rim flat on the ground. Place the bead protection bar firmly under the rim lip and hammer it out with a heavy hammer, wearing safety goggles and work gloves. Continue all the way around the tire bead in the same way, moving once the bead starts to move. When the bead is completely disconnected, it will flow freely downwards. Turn the wheel over and repeat the process on the other side. Step 3, lift the tire from the rim. Place the end of the bar under the tire lip and against the rim, and lift the tire upwards. A section of the rubber lip will be above the edge of the rim. Using a second bar, lever around the rest of the bead until it is completely over the rim edge. The second lip will come off the rim easily with a little wiggle. Use a pry bar to lift it above if it doesn't come off easily. Part 3 of 4, Repairing the tires. Apply the patch and plug into the puncture to repair your puncture. Materials required: combination patch, roll of patch, diamond grit, rasp or sandpaper, milling cutter, rubberized cement, utility knife. Step 1, assess tire condition. If there are black stones or dust inside the tire, or if you see cracks or cuts inside the tire, this is an indication that the punctured tire has been running too long. In this case, discard the tire and replace it. If the inside of the tire is shiny and free of debris, continue with the repair. Step 2, ream the puncture hole. Locate the hole on the inside of the tire opposite the mark you made on the tread. Insert your reamer into the hole on the inside of the tire, pushing it deep into the hole and back out at least 6 times. Tip: the hole must be clean, so that the gripped part of the patch makes good contact and seals the hole. Step 3. Grate the inside of the tire at the hole. Use a hand rasp or a piece of diamond grit sandpaper to knead an area just larger than the patch area. Brush away any loose rubber that may have formed. Step 4. Apply a generous layer of rubber cement. Brush the cement over an area just larger than the patch. Allow it to set according to the instructions on the container. Step 5. Push the plug part of the patch into the hole. Remove the protector from the patch, then insert the plug into the hole. There's a rigid wire at the end of the plug. Push it into the hole as far as it will go. Note: the plug must be deep enough for the patch to rest completely on the inner lining of the tire. Tip: the fit will probably be tight, and you may need to pull the plug the rest of the way with a pair of pliers. Pull on the wire section to fit the plug properly. Step 6. Apply the patch with a roller. With the combination patch all the way in place, place the patch in the rubber cement with a roller. Tip: the roller resembles toothed pizza tongs. Roll with moderate force, making sure you contact every part of the patch. Step 7. Cut the protruding grip flush with the tread. Use a knife to cut the plug flush with the tire surface. Do not pull on the plug when cutting. Part 4 of 4. Reinstall the tire on the rim. Once you've repaired the puncture, you need to put the tire back on the rim. Materials required: compressed air pry bar, basic valve tool. Step 1. Point the tire in the right direction. Use the marking on the valve stem to align it with the correct side and position in the rim. Step 2. Mount the tire on the rim. Press the tire onto the rim and wiggle it into position. The bottom side should fall easily into place. The top side may take a little effort, such as twisting the tire or putting pressure around the bead. If necessary, use a bar to lift the rubber under the rim. Step 3. Install the valve stem core. Make sure the valve core fits snugly to avoid leaks. Step 4. Inflate the tire. Use a compressed air source to put air into the tire. Inflate to the recommended tire pressure for your vehicle, found on the driver's door placard. Step 5. Recheck the tire for leaks. Spray the tire with a soapy solution to confirm that the leak is repaired and the tire is seated on the bead. While a tire plug may be sufficient on its own, national road safety agencies warn against using a simple cap. In some cases, it may be less effective to rely on a plug. When the puncture hole is close to the tire sidewall, many experts recommend a patch, as a simple plug may not be enough to completely seal the damage. When the puncture is diagonal and not straight, a patch should be applied. A plug patch is the ideal solution for such situations involving a punctured tire. If you find that your tire doesn't inflate properly even after you've repaired the puncture, ask a certified mechanic to inspect the tire and install your spare tire instead. In conclusion, repairing a punctured tire with a patch is a straightforward process that can save you time and money. By following the steps we've outlined, locating the puncture, preparing the surface, applying the patch, and ensuring a proper seal, you can effectively restore your tire to a safe and functional state. Remember to always check your tire pressure regularly and inspect for any signs of wear. With a little practice, you'll be able to tackle this common issue with confidence. Thank you for watching, and safe travels!